Hello and welcome to the development call from the Tau team. You're here with me, Fola, and without further ado, let's pass it over to Karim for his update for the month.
Thank you, Fola, and welcome everyone to the February update for the development team. David this month has been working on the TML release tasks, and specifically he's been working on improving the optimization procedures, and he managed to merge 3 steps into one, and therefore he was able to significantly reduce the time complexity of the optimization. So he's still testing the new optimizations and debugging that. Tomáš and Umar are still working on the early parser. Tomáš is still working on putting the finishing touch on completely replacing the old parser by the new one in TML, and he's been working on the transform grammar for TML and fixing some bugs that he ran into with conjunction and negation. Umar has added some functionality to improve the parse trees by simplifying them and making them more intuitive by replacing some nodes with their children. He also did a proof of concept where he created a CSV parser to demonstrate how he can remove temporary nodes and that were created during recursion and making the tree basically more intuitive. Andrei was working on the mobile platform still, the Tau Live platform, and he did manage to resolve a long-standing issue with cards not displaying correctly on all platforms. So that's been finally resolved. He's also improved the search function, which by adding many more features into the filters and to the category search. He also helped update the tau.net to a new version, website to a new version. That's it for the development team update for this month. I'll turn it back to you, Fola. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Karim. And I'll pass it over to Andrei for his update for the month.
Hello, everyone. I'm still catching this always shifting end of our development phase of now Tau Live. Tester came up with a bunch of issues, mostly related to mobile platforms. I was able to resolve most of them, only a few left, but more importantly, I finally closed a whole bunch of issues related to user cards displaying. They are finally working as intended on all mobile platforms and on desktop. Also, I improved the search, and search is very important, of course, on the application. Added categories filter, sorting by price, by time, filtering only public sessions or only users, and now is working user cards. It looks just amazing. Only a bunch. I need, of course, for our tester to confirm that it's working, and only a couple of issues left, and the feedback feature after the appointment end. And that's pretty much it. Thank you, everyone. See you next month.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Andrei. I'll pass it over to Tomáš for his update for the month.
Thank you, Fola. Hello, everyone. I'm still working on parsing, but it's mostly regarding parsing of TML now. I've started to work on replacing the old parser with the new library. This includes managing of source processing and its UTF-8 decoding. I've done a lot of work on transformation of parsed TML, and I'm also enhancing TGF of TML's grammar by using new features of the library, like negation. And speaking about negation, I've spent some time on fixing a bug in parsing strings with code escaping. That's all from me this month. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tomáš. And I'll pass it over to Umar for his update for the month.
Hi, team. Glad to share the update. So this month, mostly the work has been around manipulating the nodes in the forest. The goal has been to replace nodes with their children in order to make the graph, the forest graph, simpler or more intuitive or more readable. And so we developed the algorithm to replace nodes with its children, and then we tested it with the previous test cases, and it seems to work. Also, a CSV parser was built that processes the comma separated integer values, and to demonstrate that if there are any temp nodes that occur in the forest due to recursion, these nodes can also be removed through the replace node algorithm that we developed. So both changes have been checked, and they are in the master branch. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much, Umar. Pass it over to Lucca for his update for the month.
So this month, I've worked on two fronts. The first front is the BDD library with the options to toggle on and off variable shifters, input inverters, and output inverters. The last update I mentioned that I've started this implementation, and this month I was able to finish it. And furthermore, I implemented the caches for the BDD operations in order to cache results so that future computations will require less time, which is great for BDDs since everything is shared. On the second front, I've continued on the 2CNF extraction project on which I've been working for a while now. And there I came up with a solution how to preserve canonicity during the negation of pure 2CNF formulas, so 2CNF formulas that are not attached to a BDD in this framework. And I started to implement this solution. That's been my month. Thank you very much, and I'll pass it back to Fola.
All right, fantastic. I'll pass it over to David for his update for the month.
Thank you, Fola. Hi, everyone. This month, I've been working in an improvement of the optimization query procedure we have in TML. The main idea is to realize that we could merge the different optimization steps into just one. We can do rules splitting, minimization, and query containment all at once. Hence, we could change the previous bunch and bound strategy via fixed point one. The idea of the cost function remains, as it allows us to select local optimal programs. This allows to make meaningful choices on the optimization to be performed and thus reduce the space and time complexity in the optimization. Just to give you an insight, in an iteration of the previous branch and bound-like approach, the space and time complexity was exponential in the length of the program and in the length of the roles. With the new approach, the time complexity of an iteration is exponential in the length of the rules and quadratic in the length of the program. And the space complexity drops to almost linear in the length of the program. I'm testing and debugging the implementation. And that's all for my month. Thank you very much.
All right, fantastic. David, thank you so much. And I'll pass it over to Ohad to wrap up the February update from the development team.
Yeah, I continue working on the Tau language, on the patent, and on the implementation. During working on it, I discover better and better ways to do stuff, but also it is very hard. After all, there are a lot of moving parts, and the way to implement it in code is very tricky, but we are making it.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much for tuning in to the development team call, and we will see you on all socials. Please check out the website, give us some feedback. As you'll see, you can see the products now. You can see everything all broken out. You can actually see some screens of Tau Live and Agoras and taunet and all that separated and all the content there. So please dig into it and get back to us. And yeah, stay tuned. Cheers.